Let's see, we're going to have Beth is going to do a presentation, right?
After the proclamation.
Francis, how you doing? Like it here. Shelley here? No, Shelley, Miss Shelley's not here. That's okay. Okay, welcome everyone. Could we all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Remain standing, please, for the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Kingdom come, and it will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Madam Clerk, roll, please.
Mr. Bernard.
Here.
Mr. Malloy.
Here.
Mr. Hernandez.
Here. Okay, so we will hold our next public meeting on Tuesday, May 13th. That'll be at 10:30 a.m. here. We'll also hold our regular meeting on the Wednesday following at 10:30 a.m., and it's on May 14th. Madam Clerk?
Item number 1 is to dispense with reading the minutes of the workshop session dated April 29th, 2025, and the regular meeting dated April 30th, 2025, and accept and approve the video recordings of both meetings as the official meeting minutes.
Motion to approve. Second.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item number 2 is to dispense with reading the minutes of the special meeting dated May 2nd, 2025, and accept and approve the video recording of the special meeting as the official meeting minutes.
Motion to approve. Second.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item number 3 is to approve the bills.
Motion to approve. I'll second that.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item number 4 is to approve additional appropriations.
Motion to approve. Second.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item number 5 is to approve transfer of appropriations.
Motion to approve. Second.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item number 6 is to adopt a resolution to proclaim the week of May 4th, 2025 through May 10th, 2025 as Correctional Officers Week in Trumbull County, Ohio, in conjunction with National Correctional Officers Week.
Motion to approve. Second motion.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes. Okay, so we have a presentation. First, we'd like to thank our correctional officers for the work that they do. If we could come up and we have 3 proclamations today, so we take pictures. To read this?
Go ahead. You can do that one.
Okay, resolution by Board of Trumbull County Commissioners proclaiming May 4th, 2025 through May 10th, 2025 as the National Correctional Officers Week in Trumbull County, Ohio. Whereas in 1984, President Ronald Reagan proclaimed May 4th through May 10th as National Correctional Officers Week. He recognized the difficult and often dangerous role correctional staff play in our justice system. His words ring true today as we continue to rely on the skill and dedication of everyone who steps inside our facility each day. This week is all about all of you, about honoring your work, your sacrifices, and your impact. And whereas, to our correction officers, you carry a responsibility that is often unseen but never unimportant. You are the front line, the ones maintaining order, ensuring safety, and upholding the standards of our justice system. The strength, professionalism, and discipline you bring to the job each day are a foundation of our success. We see the challenge you face, and we are proud of the way you meet them head on with courage and consistency. You serve with honor in one of the toughest environments in public service, and your commitment does not go unnoticed. And whereas the Board of Commissioners commends those who work behind the scenes, the medical staff, administrative personnel, kitchen workers, maintenance teams, program providers, and all the support staff who help operate our facility day in and day out. Whether you're filing reports, preparing meals, ensuring cleanliness, or providing critical care, your work is essential. You may not wear a badge, but you carry just as much weight in helping us achieve our mission. You are part of the team, part of the family, and part of what makes this place function with integrity and professionalism. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Trumbull County Commissioners urges all Trumbull County residents to pay tribute to our correctional officers and every member of our jail staff who play a vital role in keeping our facility running safely and effectively. And now, therefore, be it further resolved that the Board of Trumbull County Commissioners proclaim May 4th, 2025 through May 10th, 2025 as a National Correctional Officers Week in Trumbull County, Ohio. The Board of Commissioners recognize the courage and commitment correctional officers display each day, these men and women who deserve to be appreciated. Please give a round of applause. We'll take a picture.
Sheriff, you want to talk?
Sheriff Michael Wilson, Trumbull County Sheriff's Office. Just like to send my recognition and appreciation out for our corrections officers and our staff. When we look at the building, we don't realize what's going on behind those brick walls and the jobs our correctional staff has to do. It's not easy. And I'm amazed at how our staff can be counselors, brothers and sisters, and law enforcement at the same time to just help anybody that's in need, especially when we have overdoses, the response time they have to people that want to hurt themselves. They do an amazing job, and we don't see enough or recognize that enough. And I'm just glad I have the availability and opportunity to recognize how wonderful our staff is and the job that they do. And without them, we couldn't house our inmates. And the staff is amazing. That's what I can say. And I'm just so proud of them. And, you know, I've been here 4 months and we've seen leaps and bounds already of the way they operate. I just give all the credit to them because they do a great job.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we appreciate everything our Sheriff's Department, our correctional officers, and anyone affiliated with that department is doing a phenomenal job keeping our county safe, our residents safe, and providing the service that you provide, Sheriff. Thank you. Commissioners, Madam Clerk.
Okay, item number 7 is to adopt a resolution to proclaim the month of May 2025 as Foster Care Month in Trumbull County, Ohio, in conjunction with National Foster Care Month. Board of Commissioners wishes to honor all foster parents and volunteers who unselfishly give of their time and resources to help children by providing them with much-needed love and care, and thanks these individuals for investing in the lives of children, thereby giving them hope for a brighter future. So we have a resolution for that as well.
Motion to approve?
Second?
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay, I'll read this. This is a resolution by Trumbull County Board of County Commissioners proclaiming May 2025 as Foster Care Month in Trumbull County, Ohio. Whereas the month of May is Foster Care Month, both locally and across the nation. It is a month set aside to acknowledge foster parents, family members, volunteer mentors, policymakers, child welfare professionals, and other members of the community who help children and youth in foster care find permanent homes and connections. And whereas currently thousands of foster families provide caring homes for Ohio's children whose parents are unable to care for them due to abuse, neglect, or dependence. Foster families who open their homes and hearts to support children whose families are in crisis play a vital role in helping children and families heal and reconnect, thereby launching young people into successful adulthood. And whereas in Trumbull County, a committee group of 53 licensed foster families work closely with Children's Services to provide services in a stable home for approximately 151 children. These foster parents offer their skills, their hearts, and their homes to make life better for young people who have been victimized by abuse or neglect. And whereas more foster homes are desperately needed, throughout the month of May, hundreds of community events are being planned across the country to help retain, recruit, and support foster families. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Trumbull County Commissioners hereby proclaim the month of May 25 as Foster Care Month in Trumbull County, Ohio, and recognize the good work and strong commitment of the foster parents in providing care and services to abused and neglected children. Further, be it resolved that the Board of Trumbull County Commissioners hereby commends the Trumbull County Children's Services Board for its dedicated service and commitment toward promoting the best interest and the care of foster children throughout the county.
And who's here?
Before we do a presentation too, I'd like to say too, again, this is another thankless job that we can't pick where we're born. We can't pick who we're born to. We're all products of our environment. And each of these foster families give these kids a chance. They give them a good chance, actually, sometimes a better chance than many in society. I've met many people who have been fostered throughout my life that have turned out to be outstanding citizens, great humans. And it all started by the love that they found in the foster home that they got. So I commend all of you.
Thank you,
I just
Commissioner.
have a short comment. God bless those families for taking the foster children in, and it's just a great asset to our county that we have 53 families that'll do that. So personally, just thank you very much.
And I also would like to shadow both of what Commissioner Malloy and Bernard, thank you very much for making these lives and their prosperity moving forward, giving them an opportunity. Thank you very much. I know it's not an easy job, but we appreciate what you do. Thank you.
Yep.
Would you like to? Oh, who wants to speak? You can do that.
And then we'll speak like we
Okay.
did with Russ.
Oh, no, because if I understand.
Sorry.
Anyone want to speak? Yes, absolutely.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Megan Martin. I'm the Department Director of Out-of-Home Services at Trumbull County Children's Services. So first, I'd just like to thank the commissioners for their support, what we do throughout the year, and especially this month, recognizing this month as Foster Care Appreciation Month. We really appreciate that. To echo what you gentlemen said, we can't do our job without our foster families. They truly stand in the gap for our children who come in and who need a safe, nurturing, secure place to sleep, and to stay and all of the things. So we are forever grateful to the families that we have, and we are always looking for more families to join our team to provide those kids what they need while we're working with their families through whatever issues have brought them to us. So specifically, I'd like to recognize our foster families that are with us, Marianne Noland and Chantel Field. Um, they are some veteran families of ours, and they have cared for many, many kids over the year, and we are eternally grateful for all that they do. And our staff, our foster care staff in the back row here. They make sure that we have the homes that we need, and they find placements for kids at all hours of the day, in the middle of the night, all the things. So we are thankful to their commitment and dedication as well. So again, thank you guys.
Thank
I
you.
have a short question. At what age do you normally get them? I mean, how young can a foster family receive a child?
So you mean a child that would come into a foster home?
Yes.
At birth, straight,
birth.
we've placed children straight from the hospital.
Wow.
We thank you for your service. Thank you for providing what you do to Trumbull County.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone. Okay. Madam Clerk?
Item number 8 is to adopt a resolution to proclaim the week of May 4th, 2025 through May 10th, 2025 as Travel and Tourism Week in Trumbull County, Ohio, in conjunction with National Travel and Tourism Week.
Motion to approve?
Second?
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are free to go if you don't have to stay through the rest of the meeting. If you don't- you got kids to take care of.
Mr. Bernard.
No.
Especially for Beth Carmichael. Resolution by the Board of Trumbull County Commissioners proclaim the week of May 4th, 2025 through May 10th, 2025 as Tourism Week in Trumbull County, Ohio. Resolution whereas the travel industry fuels every industry, and we will continue to be essential to Trumbull County's economy, development, and workforce. And whereas travel is an economic powerhouse for every state and destination across the country, with an economic output of $995 million in Trumbull County, supporting over 7,700 American jobs. And whereas travel spending supports vibrant and safe communities in Trumbull County and across the United States by generating $121 million in state and local tax revenue to support essential services such as education, emergency response, public safety, and more. And whereas travel enables success for all industries, including manufacturing, agriculture, defense, healthcare, and more, by driving sales growth, innovation, education, and operations that power our local economy, our state, and nation. And whereas America's travel industry cannot be globally competitive without maximizing growth in leisure, business, and international inbound traveler. Increasing travel to and within the United States drives our economy to a more prosperous economic future and connects America. And whereas visitor spending in Trumbull County significantly contributes to local economy, alleviating the tax burden by approximately $720 per household. And whereas the travel is an essential industry, and we must continue to communicate that growing travel leads to economic growth, benefits businesses, fosters mutual understanding, and connects the nation. And therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Trumbull County Commissioners do hereby proclaim, May 4th through 10th, 2025 as National Travel and Tourism Week in Trumbull County, Ohio. And we urge our citizens to join us in recognizing the critical role in this industry plays in our county. Thank you. Let's give them a hand. Can you come up and take a picture, Ms. Carmichael?
Whole team.
Got the whole team. There we go.
The whole world in your hands.
This man gonna come in.
Nice. Okay, Beth, you have statements?
My name is Beth Cotwas Carmichael. I'm with Trumbull County Tourism, and I wanted to thank you for the resolution. We really appreciate it. It's hard for us to come in on a day like this when you guys have these resolutions for correction officers and foster care. But what really, as I was sitting here today, what I want to drive home is we are one of those investments. That lodging tax investment into tourism promotion is one of the only things that actually generates tax revenue. So in the resolution, it said $121 million in tax revenue in 2023. That's federal, state, and local. Just state and local alone is $61 million. So we're one of the only investments in the county that actually generates the revenue to support foster care, to support the correctional institutions. And I just wanted to drive that home today. It's hard. We get the fun job of marketing Trumbull County. But we recognize that there's other services, and that's our contribution as well. With that, I just wanted to show you this ad that has been running in April, and it's running as well in May. It's running in the Pittsburgh office. This is a streaming ad. So if you think like Pluto TV, HGTV, Lifetime, those sorts of things, this has run over 100,000 times in the Pittsburgh market, and I just wanted to share it with you, just so you could see. On your desk, you have our annual report that's just been released. The second to the last page just gives you some examples of our work in 2024. Our board has completed and is working towards the initiation of our strategic plan, and that includes destination development, board impact, community engagement, of course, our strategic marketing efforts as well. It tells you where our visitors are coming from. And the last thing I just wanted to let everybody know is that it all starts with a visit. Anything that happens here in Trumbull County first starts with a visitor coming, whether they're coming to do a site, whether they're coming to visit family and friends and they decide to move a business back here. It all starts with a visit, and that's what tourism and the travel industry here in Trumbull County is all about. So with that, Nick is the person that's edited this and put this together. So
Trumbull County, where adventure and relaxation meet in the heart of Northeast Ohio. From exciting outdoor escapes to cozy indoor retreats and everything in between, your next getaway is right here. Delicious meals at local favorites. Shop one-of-a-kind stores and enjoy live entertainment to keep the good times rolling. Whether you're planning an affordable weekend getaway or a spontaneous day trip, we're just an hour away from both Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Start planning your visit today, because in Trumbull County, there's always something new to discover. Trumbull, truly you.
That's
So
great,
what
Beth.
examples.
Thank you.
Thank
And,
you. Thank
we,
you guys for your support. We really appreciate it.
and I could say on behalf of Trumbull County and the commissioners, this is the most professional group to promote tourism that Trumbull County has ever experienced. The work that they do, your committee does in promoting and promotion, the all the magazines that you provide and the literature, putting it out there. Trumbull County has never experienced this, and I think it's going to add to where we're going to see more explosive growth in Trumbull County the years to come here. Thank you very much for what you do. It's
you.
very much appreciated. Thank you all
Thank you.
for what you do.
Yep.
Look good.
Well, it's your staff, but you are a dynamic individual, and you have a passion for what you do, and we know your passion.
Thanks.
Yep. Thank you.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Beth.
Okay, I'll continue.
Madam Clerk.
Item number 9 is to execute the 2025 application for certificate of coverage annual fee assessment statement for Trumbull County's petroleum underground storage tanks for the term of July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026, and to authorize the Commissioner's Office to forward said application to the Petroleum Underground Storage Tank Release Compensation Board.
Motion to approve?
Second?
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item number 10 is to authorize the Ohio Department of Youth Services Juvenile Court Grant Agreement and Funding Application. The funding application request is for the biennial period beginning July 1st, 2025 and ending June 30th, 2027. The estimated allocation for fiscal year 2026 is $1,165,464.29.
Motion to approve?
I'll second that.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item number 11 is to authorize the purchase of a surveillance legacy replacement server from Alpha Sentry for use at the Trumbull County Family Court Building in the total amount of $20,564.14.
Motion to approve?
Second motion?
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item number 12 is to approve the state fiscal years 2026, 2027 biennial subgrant agreement number G2627-116203 between the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services, the Ohio Department of Medicaid, the Ohio Department of Children and Youth, the Trumbull County Board of Commissioners, and the Trumbull County Children's Services Board for the period effective July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2027.
Motion to approve?
Second motion?
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 13 is to approve agreements between the Trumbull County Department of Job and Family Services and the institutions on the submitted list. These agreements create 28 training opportunities and 7 job opportunities at a total cost of $235,543.29.
Motion to approve?
Second motion?
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 14 is to approve sub-grant agreement 24-110 between Trumbull County Department of Job and Family Services, acting as fiscal agent on behalf of the Area 18 Workforce Development Board of Trumbull County and Trumbull Metropolitan Housing Authority, fiscal agent for Youth Build Trumbull County for the term of September 1st, 2024 through September 30th, 2025, in an amount not to exceed $378,581.
Motion to approve?
Second motion?
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 15 is to approve sub-grant agreement number 24-111 between Trumbull County Department of Job and Family Services, acting as fiscal agent on behalf of the Area 18 Workforce Development Board of Trumbull County and Tri-County Jobs for Ohio Graduates for the term of September 1st, 2024 through September 30th, 2025, in an amount not to exceed $393,986.77.
Motion to approve?
Second motion?
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 16 is to approve sub-grant agreement number 404-24-200 between Trumbull County Department of Job and Family Services and Tri-County Jobs for Ohio Graduates for the term October 1st, 2024 through September 30th, 2025, in an amount not to exceed $400,000.
Motion to approve?
I'll second that.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 17 is to concur with the county engineer to grant the right-of-way permits requested by the company listed, Canaan Communications LLC.
Motion to approve?
Second?
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 18 is to concur with the county engineer to close the bridges as listed,
Motion,
East Park Avenue in City of Niles and North Levitt Road in Warren Township.
motion to approve?
Second?
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 19 is to dedicate $100,000 towards the fiscal year 26 appropriation request for community project funding request for the $500,000 Mosquito Lake Interceptor preliminary engineering study appropriation request with Congressman Joyce's office and ratify the signatures of the Board of Commissioners on said dedication letter.
Motion to approve?
Second motion?
Mr. Malloy,
Yes.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 20 is to amend Commissioners' regular meeting agenda, item number 18, dated March 12th, 2025, that read to approve the mechanical certifications that coincide with the request for proposal 2024-01 for purchase transportation, which stated that a vendor can run vehicles that are 10 years or older during the contract period if the vehicles have been certified by a mechanic and approved by the Board of Commissioners. Amendment is necessary to add Garwin as a vendor noted in the March 12, 2025 agenda item due to the mechanical certifications of all 4 of their vehicles having been received.
Motion to approve?
I'll second that.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 21 is to receive and place on file the Trumbull County Transit Quarterly Operating and Financial Data Report and Western Reserve Transit Authority Operating and Financial Report from March 2024 through March 2025.
Motion to approve?
I'll second.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 22 is to authorize Richard Hernandez, President, Board of Commissioners, to execute an application to combine 6 parcels for the purpose of constructing the Meadowbrook wastewater treatment plant in Warren Township.
Motion to approve.
Second motion?
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 23 is to adopt an improvement resolution determining to proceed with the construction of the State Line Road Sanitary Sewer Improvements Project, known as County Project Number 1-S-19 for the Trumbull County Combined Sanitary Sewer District in Brookfield Township, and to authorize the Board of Trumbull County Commissioners clerk to advertise for sealed bids for construction of said project.
Motion to approve.
Second motion?
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 24 is to adopt an improvement resolution determining to proceed with the construction of the Smith Stewart Sanitary Sewer Improvements Project, known as County Project Number 2-S-17 for the Trumbull County Combined Sanitary Sewer District in Vienna Township, and to authorize the Board of Trumbull County Commissioners clerk to advertise for sealed bids for construction of said project.
Motion to approve.
Second motion?
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 25 is to accept the resignation of Mr. Carlos Pimentel from his position of Sewer Line Maintenance Assistant with the Trumbull County Sanitary Engineers Department effective April 29th, 2025.
Motion to approve.
Second motion?
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 26 is to accept the resignation of Mr. Jeremy Fisher from his position of Utility Account Clerk 2 with the Trumbull County Sanitary Engineers Department effective May 16th, 2025.
Motion to approve.
Second motion?
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 27 is to amend Commissioners' regular meeting agenda dated May 1st, 2024, item number 25, that read to enter into a contract with Coates Construction for the new restroom/building upgrade project located at the Veteran Service Center located at 253 East Market Street in Warren in the amount of $48,275. Amendment is necessary to increase the contract amount by $5,545 for a total amount of $53,820.
Motion to approve?
Second that.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes, and with discussion, Ms. Delgado had made a presentation yesterday that these monies are coming from their fund, and these are not being provided by any county funds. Just want to thank our veterans and for the work that you do out there. Both of you, thank you. Yes.
Okay, item 28 is to notify the Ohio Department of Liquor Control that a public hearing is not requested on this new liquor permit application. Clafters, Inc., doing business as Smoker Friendly Number 2 in Liberty Township.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 29 is to approve the best submitted proposal from Warren Door for the replacement of inmate entrance/exit door to the Trumbull County Courthouse in the amount of $10,325.
Motion to approve?
Well, second with discussion. Did we in the workshop yesterday push this through, or are we going to do more research on the two companies?
Commissioner, I think the question was the $4,000 deposit that was required isn't county policy. And I believe that it was said that the fact that that was added to the quote, that it disqualified GDK door. But Commissioner Bernard, I don't know if you have any discussion on that.
That's my understanding. We have the prosecutor here, Mr. Danzo. Would you like to address the issue?
Morning, Commissioners. Bill Danzo, Prosecutor's Office. That's always been my understanding as our county policy too, is that we don't prepay for materials on a project like this. I'll be honest, I've never researched the actual legal end of that to know for sure whether that comes from law or just the county's purchasing policy. I don't think it's a bad idea purchasing policy wise that, we wouldn't fund a vendor before the work is done. I think that there is some good reasoning behind that. But that being said, it's something I think the board could look into if it wanted to. The other thing too, just because of the amounts, I'm curious, and I'm sure that our maintenance directors looked into it, but is it possible that that 4,000 deposit was not included in the 7, or was that included in the 7? Because that would put it about 11, the same as the other bids. That was my only just other question from a non-legal point of view.
That brings up a good point. I don't think we discussed that yesterday. Daryl, do you have any comment on this? If you could come up.
Daryl Dunnigan, Facilities for Trumbull County. The total invoice or the total proposal was the 7,400 with 50% upfront and 50% after. So that
That
did
answers that question.
increase.
Okay, so, we had a pretty lengthy discussion with this yesterday, Commissioners. I have no problem. I know it's a $3,000 savings. Commissioner, I don't know if you would want to discuss this further, and I don't know that it's an emergency, to have to approve this today, but if Commissioner Malloy, we
Well,
did
I don't
more
know.
research.
Maybe that's standard they put on all their contracts. Were they told we don't do that? And did they say anything like, okay, don't worry about it. We'll stick at the 74 and pay us after? Or was that not
That was
in the
not
discussion? Yeah, that's my
Uh,
only concern is maybe that's just their standard practice that they do. And if we would have told them, then that would have changed things. We're paying $3,000. We're paying actually 30% more with another vendor. That's my only question is.
Right, and if it's comparable product, which I believe you had mentioned that it looked like it was comparable product, so it's comparable, so.
With the
we
small
are-
amounts, it may not seem like much, but we got to follow our own precedent with stuff. If this was $1 million versus 700,000, we'd be going nuts. Although it's smaller, it's still 30%.
Oh,
We're
no,
taking the
I
second bid.
I don't disagree with that.
It's 30% higher than the lowest bid. And all things being equal, they're both great companies, both reputable. We looked them up yesterday, at least through a quick internet search, and they both seemed, they're both local companies. They're both using local workers, things like that. I just,
Maybe we make a phone call
Um,
and see if that,
that's what I assumed we were doing yesterday after the
Okay,
meeting, is we were
okay.
squaring that up. That's why I had hesitation to make a motion.
Mr. Chairman, my question would be to the prosecutor's office. Where do we stand legally if we tabled this and did not accept a bid? Is the company that's saying that they wanted 4,000 up front, is that a legal proposal for us or not? That's my question.
Or does that jeopardize anything if we ask them or
Right.
tell them we don't do that?
And then
Is your
everybody
bid still
knows
set?
everybody's bid. That's where I'm going with this.
like we sort of discussed yesterday, that's, I mean, that's really because this isn't a formal bid, that's really kind of an up in the air question. You know, certainly I think that it's fair to ask questions of people submitting price quotes. I think that it's fair to make sure that you guys are comfortable, you are getting their best quote. Um, you know, if this was a formal bid process like we talked yesterday, it would be, they would all be submitted sort of unseen until they're opened all together, and then you are absolutely bound by what their sealed bid is. In this case, it is a little bit different. You know, whether or not you guys want to do more exploration work, I think you probably could, but it's, you know, you do have to make sure at some point that you are giving, even if it's an informal bidding process, because the Attorney General's been clear on that. If you engage in this sort of bidding process, even if it's not required, you need to make sure that process also is fair to everyone. So there does, I get to be a question at some point is, are you giving everyone a fair opportunity to, you know, to bid on the same project at the same time, things like that. I just, again,
In this situation, it seems like they did, but one just has a stipulation on their thing
Sure.
that's not what they would like. That may be what they would like, but does that disqualify them? I don't think something like that. What if their terms were 60 days or
Well,
30
and
days
again,
billing instead of 60?
like I said the other day in the meeting, I always hate to discuss kind of legal strategy in a public meeting because it really tips off what everybody's argument could or should be. But I would say if you limit it to saying, you know, maybe contacting the company and saying this is not in line with our purchasing policy, but would everything else stay as is? You know, I think that's something that you would be fairly safe with.
Commissioners, I think
So
that-
we could go back to them and say, if you take the $4,000 off, does the bid stay the same? Then we could award the contract to them and say,
I think that would be a fairly safe conversation if that's what it was limited to. Let's put it that
well,
way.
then I agree with Commissioner Malloy. I think we need to look at that.
And I would agree as well.
It just like, again,
Yeah.
Bernie Moreno brought something up to us the other day. He legislates and he leads by common sense. Common sense would say if we're nitpicking in the terms of billing and things like that, maybe we didn't put that in the request when we said clearly, and that's just something that may be standard with that company, but with government entities, maybe if we just said, hey, it's 7415, but we don't do that, they say no, we go to the next bidder. They say yes, we save the county 30%.
And maybe they're not aware that the county doesn't pay a 50% down.
And if we didn't stipulate that we do that, you know, it's kind of unfair to them.
Right, I agree.
All right, so we'll table this item and we will be in contact with,
You have to make a motion.
make a motion to table this.
I still move that we table this motion item number, whatever. Item number 29, we table.
Second,
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay, item number 30 is to approve the resignation of Mr. Bailey Slick from the position of Building Inspector Trainee in the Trumbull County Building Inspection Department, effective April 21st, 2025.
Motion to approve?
I'll second that.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Item 31 is to amend Commissioner's regular meeting agenda dated April 30th, 2025. Item number 18 that read to approve the purchase of 2 easements from Ohio Edison Company and authorize Rick Hernandez, President of the Board of Commissioners, to execute any and all documents. Amendment is necessary to clarify the appropriation of the fund numbers as listed for said project.
Motion to approve?
Second motion?
Mr. Malloy.
Yes.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes. Okay, that concludes our agenda items. Before we move to public comment, I would like to make a comment on the behalf of the commissioners. Last week, we had the honor of a U.S. Senator visiting the commissioners here, and we had our mayor here, and we had our state senators here, or our state representatives. During that meeting, it actually was to address the healthcare situation here with Insight and formerly Steward. And we had some very good positive comments from the senator that there are some players that are looking at that. However, not to go down the same road again, the senator had mentioned that he would like to have a meeting with the commissioners, with the mayor, and other state reps and entities here to make sure that who comes in doesn't pull out and just, and I don't, for the lack of a better term, basically just rip off the people that have, the employees that work there and others that are there that they owe monies to, which you could see in the media lately. There's a lot of money that is still owed by Insight. I feel very confident that commissioners, and we had discussion on it, that the senator will come through, but we want to make sure that whoever occupies Insight, that it is a long-term player with a very strong bottom line, and that they mean business here for our residents of Trumbull County, for our health care, especially during a time where we are going to be experiencing the growth through Kimberly Clark and through other entities coming in to Trumbull County who are going to require health care, hospitals, housing. There's a lot of discussion. So I just want to thank Senator Moreno for visiting us, and I think the residents of Trumbull County here in the future, you're going to see some great things happening here with our access to these officials on a state, federal level, and I feel very confident about it. I'm sure, commissioners, you have something to add to that.
Well, I echo your comments, but I also would like to point out that that's why it's important that Mercy Health is investing in healthcare in Trumbull County. With 2 weeks ago, they announced the emergency room that's going to be built in Champion, and hopefully after that comes the large anticipated hospital. But you're right. We're bringing companies in here, and we need to provide them with health care, and we all need to work hand in hand. And I commend Senator Marino for coming in, and I think you're going to see from this board our state reps meeting on a monthly meeting here, so we can let them know what our plans are, and then they can tell us what's coming down the pike as far as funding. So you're seeing this board trying to work better for Trumbull County, and I think you're seeing the progress starting that the residents of Trumbull County can benefit.
And echoing that, we had a Valley Vision meeting, which we invested $1 million of taxpayer monies into that, and it's a conglomeration of all the economic factors in the county. They've been kind of leading the charge for us to work together and unify this as a valley, unify this as the Lake to River district. They have a caucus with state reps that all work together in the best interest of their 4 counties. And I think in the spirit of that, we met with Senator Marino. We've already called a meeting for next month with Representative Thomas and Santucci with the commissioners. We're going to follow that up with meetings with the mayors in Trumbull County, and then with trustees and council members. So to make sure that everybody in this county is rowing in the same direction with common goals, find where common ground is, and work together to bring the most amount of money into the county, the most amount of success in the county. With that being said, too, I see Mr. Pegg is here. I want to congratulate you, Phil, on Vienna's fire levy passing yesterday, and also like to congratulate Champion on their police levy. When it comes to police and fire, paying taxes sucks. None of us want to pay any more, but there are some things in life that we and humans have to pay for. If we want to dial 911 and have a police officer show up or a fireman show up, or you want to go to your spigot and turn water on and have clean water come out, or flush your toilet and not have the sewage back up in your basement, there's a cost to that. You know, county government is just like any other business out there, any other family. We work, we make money, we pay bills, we survive, we move on to enjoy quality of life. So that was something there that the community rallied behind you and rallied behind Champion, saying that, yeah, we understand we need to protect our police and fire departments. So I salute you on that. I know it's not an easy decision as a legislator to have to even put it on a ballot. You know, that's something we don't want to have to deal with here. But occasionally it's part of our jobs is making sure that we pay the bills. So.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, commissioners. Okay, so we're going to move forward with public comment. If you'd like to address the board and come up to the podium, give us your name, please. Boy, we must be doing our job. There's no.
Either that or you bored the
That's-
hell out of them. One
I
of the two.
don't know. Yeah, okay. Well, so with that being said, unless you have a duck report. I
Of
don't-
course, I gotta have something every week now. All I want to say quickly is May is the time for bears to wander in Ohio. We have a resident population of black bears, about 8 of them that live in Trumbull County year round. There's a mother with 3 cubs that's up in the Kinsman area that's been seen for 2 years now, frequenting southern Ashtabula and northern Trumbull. She lives somewhere up there. No one knows exactly where, but she's been seen a lot. But during May, we always have 5 or 6 young males wander over from Pennsylvania. Bears will travel anywhere between 30 and 60 miles a day looking for a mate. And what we get over there is young males that basically come out of Tionesta and the mountain areas of Pennsylvania, get their butts kicked by all the males in the territory there, and they just keep heading west in hope of finding a single female. Eventually, they run into the city, they turn around, they go home. Things are usually pretty good. Sometimes they've gone as far as Cleveland or even into the Canton area where we're really on a mission. But a bear is basically a big raccoon. They're more afraid of you than you are of them. If you corner them, they're gonna get you. So that's something. If you see one, consider yourself honored to actually see a bear. And I guess to go on a limb here, when we used to see bears in Ohio, we would trap them and send them back to Pennsylvania. And the state spent a lot of money doing that. And Pennsylvania realized we have too many bears. You know, they have a hunting season over there. They try to keep the populations in check. And there was a one time where it was a true story where we had made a call in Ohio that we had caught a bear and called Pennsylvania and asked where we can dump it. And the guy from Pennsylvania said, we don't take bears back anymore. And we said, we have to. It's a Pennsylvania bear. And he said, no, it isn't. He said, lift the tail. If there's a no, that's an Ohio bear. That's your bear. So we stopped trapping bears in Ohio and we just let them roam and do their thing. They're not going to hurt you. Like I said, consider yourself lucky if you see one in here in Ohio, and you probably could at this time of year. Liberty and Hubbard's the corridor. They follow the tracks in Interstate 80, and that's where they end up. That's usually where the first sightings are.
Well, thank you for the bear report. I'm sure the media wants to hit on that, right, Nadine? Okay, we need a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
Second motion?
Mr. Malloy,
Yes.
Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes. Denny's Destinations.